Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and I have a cute card today using the Turtle and Friends bundle. But before I get into my card making, I just want to show you a couple things that I have going on. So if you follow my blog or my Facebook page, you know that last Saturday we had a like a retired stamp sale. That's what I'm going to call it. So a bunch of demonstrators got together and we brought our old retired, and I shouldn't say old, some of it's very new, retired stuff, recently retired stuff, and sold it. And when I got home, I kind of took inventory and realized I have like 40 something bundles that I still need to sell. And that is just the die bundles, which is a die set and a stamp. So I'm going to start posting my bundles on online to sell. So I'm going to post them first in the morning on my blog, so that way if you follow my blog, and I'll turn it into a campaign so you get an email that says I posted new bundles on my blog. So make sure you subscribe to my blog so you get my emails. And then after the afternoon, I'll go ahead and post them on Facebook. Now I think on Facebook they're going to go really fast, and that's why I wanted to give you guys a chance first to purchase my retired bundles. But anyway, like I said, you could go, I posted some this morning. It's becreativewithkathy.com. They're on there with pictures, and if you have questions, of course, leave a comment and I'll answer all I can. So that's my bundle sales that's going on right now. And then the other thing that I started in June, and the only way I advertised that was through my newsletter, another reason why you should subscribe to my blog, was about a rewards program I started. So I've made these little, what I call trinkets, right? And for every $50 of product that you buy from my online store or through me, I'll send you a little trinket. So when you get to 10 trinkets, then you get a spending spree. So I'll pay for $50 plus shipping and tax and have it shipped straight to you, but you'll get a $50 spending spree after you've received 10 trinkets. And so for all of you that placed orders in June, the trinkets are in the mail today. So watch for those, and they should be on your door soon. And the cute thing I think about my little trinkets is that you could totally use them on cards, or you could, I don't know, put a pin back on them and use them as a little pin. I don't know, I think the trinkets, I was really proud of my little trinkets, but that's the other thing I have going on. Okay, well then I guess the last thing I should tell you is Stampin' Up's promotion this month is 15% off the Designer Series paper, which is a great deal. So it's all the one that are in the annual, I don't know if it's all of them, but there's a large list of the annual catalog Designer Series paper that's on sale. So like if you have questions about any of that, be sure and leave a comment, and I will answer the best of my knowledge. And if I don't have an answer for you, I'll go find it for you. But let's go on to our card. So I needed a late birthday card. I don't like to call forgotten. I don't forget people's birthday. I have a Rolodex system that keeps birthdays really fresh in my mind, and I send out a lot of birthday cards. But sometimes I'm a little slow and I get them out a little late. That's why I love this little Turtle and Friends bundle, because it has this stamp that says right here, happy belated birthday. Sorry I was slow. So that's what we're going to make today. Anyway, this was my inspiration, and this is the card that I came up with. Now, first time card, it's okay that way, but I have a few things that I'm going to change on it as we make it today. But the thing I want to show you is how these embossing folders that are for the mini cut and emboss machine work great to put a banner across your card. And, well, there'll be different things. I don't know if that's the only thing that I thought was great about this card well, anyway, let's just go on. So we're going to start there. Let's start with embossing. So again, that embossing folder is in the annual catalog. It comes in a dual pack, I guess you'd call it. There's the dots and the checks, and we're going to use these little dots here. And then while I got my die cut machine out, I'm also going to take these hippo dies. I know you're like, aren't you tired of those, Kathy? And I'm like, no, I love them. I use them all the time. But I'm going to take the big one like this, and the second to largest one, I believe, is this one. Yep, and I'm going to cut those out. I think that's all the die cut machine stuff we need. But let's bring in the plates. So since we're going to emboss first, and this embossing folder is just a standard embossing folder, it's not a 3D embossing folder. The sandwich that we need is our platform, and then just the two clear, well, they should be clear, mine aren't clear anymore, cutting plates. And I'm gonna take, this is some Blushing Bride cardstock. It's just a layer, 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm gonna use those polka dots to get it straight. There we go. And then I'm gonna try to get it centered up and down, but I didn't do very good that way. There we go. I think that looks pretty good, just like that. And put the other one here on top. Bring in the big boy here and just quickly run that through my machine here. So now we have that. And then to do my die cutting, I'm gonna bring back in that adapter plate. And then of course my clear cutting pad that I use on the bottom because he's pretty chewed up. I have a piece of Bermuda Bay here that's gonna be the larger, or the back. I'm gonna lay him on there. And then I just have a piece of basic white here that I think this one's gonna fit on there. Might be a tight squeeze, let's see what happens. Oh heck yeah, he's gonna fit on there. Let's see, if not I'll grab another scrap of basic white. And then let's just run those through there. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all we need the machine for. Yeah, and look, there's plenty of room on my white for my little layer there. And the layer there, we're all done with those two pieces. All done with the dies. Let me put those back in the this way, and then the folder away. Look how cute that is. Oh, this came flying out of the corner. How cute that cardstock is now with that strip of embossing from those mini folders. So they're good for a lot of things. I love the little folders. Okay, so now let's do some stamping. With the stamp set, I love this happy birthday right here, and I'm going to take some of that in the Blushing Bride, the same color as the cardstock. Let me bring in a piece of scratch paper so I don't stamp on my surface here. And I'm going to just take and stamp that happy birthday. And now since the stamp is photopolymer, it's going to be easy to see where we want to place. Ooh, I almost dropped it. It's going to be easy to see where we want to place it. And I'm going to just take it down here. Hopefully my head's not in the camera, but if it is, oh well, I want to get it straight. Along the bottom of those polka dots. And then another one right here. So it looks like that. Pretty cute, right? And then up here at the top, I want my exclamation point to be at a different spot. So I'm going to take and start off the paper here and put it over here. So it kind of looks like a running, oh, and I stamped that one really crooked. I should have got my head in the camera. That's better. Okay, we'll just pretend like that first one's not crooked. But it looks like kind of like a marquee running across the paper above those polka dots. And I think we're done. Well, no, we'll need this again when we do the inside. But that's good for that one there. We'll set that aside and bring in this little piece here. Now, normally I would tell you to stamp and then cut, but in this case my stamp is photopolymer, which you can see through, so I won't have any trouble getting it centered on this white die cut piece. So I'm going to just go ahead and stamp him right there. Look how cute he is. And then on a scrap piece of what color is this? Pool Party, I'm going to stamp him again. And then on a piece of scratch white, I know, brother, I'm going to stamp him one more time. And this time on my scrap of white, and I'll show you why later because we're going to add his hat. I just want his head. So I'm going to just stamp him about like that on my scrap white, giving room for the hat that we're going to fussy cut later. So I think we're done with him, but now we need to put some of like the shell marks, I guess you'd call it. So I'm going to bring in a stamp looks like this. I'm going to stamp it off pretty good here, and then just right in that shell, a little bit of color like that. You know what? That's the wrong color. Hang on. I want that in a lighter color. That seemed awfully dark. So let me stamp my little turtle again. Try this again. I'm going to bring in my chamois and clean off my little turtle shell. Pretend like I didn't do that. I'm going to bring in some Pool Party. That's what I want to stamp in, and the Pool Party stamp off, because I want it to be much lighter than that. And you know what? I think I stamped off too much. There we go. So it looks about like that. So he still has the the shell markings, but it's going to be light in the background. And then with that Bermuda Bay, so much better. I'm going to go ahead and stamp, "It's time to Shell-ebrate you," or Shell-ebrate. So it looks like that. And look how cute the little turtle is now. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, I need that color again. I should have put that away. Then on top of my little turtle head here, I'm going to take the little hat, another part of the stamp set, and just stamp so that his hat and his head match up just like that. I think that when you see my card, this was one of the pet peeves that I didn't like about it. Like the hat looks like it's on his head, but his head kind of I just wasn't happy. And I think this way, when I cut it out, it's going to look better. Okay, let's do a little bit of coloring now. So I'm going to take this turtle that's on my basic white, and I have the Pool Party Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to start with the light color, and I'm going to just color in his legs real quick here, and his tail, his neck here, and then of course his head. I'm not going to worry about his eye because we're going to put one of those little wiggly eyes over his eye, so it doesn't really matter. And then let me put this away too. Okay. Then with the darker color, I'm going to come in and just give it a little bit of color. I'm going to kind of follow in his little toes here, and maybe a little bit around his mouth, and just a little bit of extra color there. Okay, then we're going to take this piece here, and I'm going to fussy cut that shell. And it's not bad, it doesn't take long. It's an easy piece to fussy cut. You notice I moved the paper and not the scissors. That makes fussy cutting a little smoother, and it gives you a better outcome. There we go. Now I have his shell. Let's get rid of that. With a couple dimensionals on the back of the shell, that's how I'm going to attach it. Right here. And really, before I put that on, let's go ahead and put this on. It's easier to apply when it's flat, so let's go ahead and put this piece onto my Bermuda piece here. There we go. We'll go ahead and color the hat. Now I've got Stampin' Right markers here. These are all from the Brights collection, and I have Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to just use that paintbrush tip and very lightly so I don't ruin the tip. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow on the pom-pom, and then this is, wrong end, Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to put a little bit skipping those little stripes. There we go. And then the third one is going to be Flirty Flamingo. There we go. And then give me just a second. Woo, and I'm going to fussy cut that little hat out. Really, I like to fussy cut. I think fussy cut is very soothing. Does that make me different than everybody else in the world? But I do like to fussy cut. But it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to put white on a white background, and you probably won't even tell the difference. But I am going to, on the very edge of his hat, I'm going to take that light Pool Party again, whoops, wrong end, and just color in under the hat so it's the same color as the turtle's head. There we go. Now when we go to put his hat on, it's not going to look like it's got two pieces that kind of blend in together like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our card together. I have a piece of Bermuda Bay here. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, just your basic card base. This again was my Blushing Bride, and I think I'll just tape it down like this. I don't like to use tape on those embossed pieces because I'm always afraid I'm going to push that embossing right out of there. But if I put on the top and the bottom, I think, yeah, look, I think I like the color change already, but you'll have to let me know what you think. Then I have a piece of Designer Series paper. Now this is part of that host pack of Designer Series paper, party patterns. Shoot, I should have written that down and let you know. But this is about 4.5 by 2 inches. And I'm going to just take my tailor tag punch here and try to center my paper in there. And I'm going to just clip off a little bit like that. And then I have a banner punch down there. Then with just a little bit, no, before I do that though, I'm going to take my turtle here, put some tape on the back of him, just in the center, and I'm going to center it right here over my banner, because my banner is about the same width as the inside here. Let me try to get it straight, of my die cut piece, so it looks like that, because I want this whole thing to be popped up on dimensionals on my card. And the reason I wanted to put it on the banner first is because I want this side to be even with the side of my card, and it's easier to put the whole piece down at once. So like I said, I'm going to have it even with the pink up here, or the Blushing Bride. Well, I guess it's pink. It's flesh tone. I'm not sure exactly if you call that pink or not. And then lay it down so it covers up with here, and it looks just like that. Isn't that a cute card? Love it. You'll have to let me know if you like the Blushing Bride better or if you like the Pool Party better. And then take that shell, and I'm going to line up, like you can see the little lines from his leg and from his tail and his neck, and line them all up like that so it doesn't look like it's in the wrong place. And so it looks like that. Now let's just take his hat here with a glue dot. Now I'm going to use my Take a Pick tool to go ahead and place that right there on his head. There you go. So there's the front of my card. Let's hurry and stamp the inside. So on the inside, like I said, I want some of those belated cards, and I don't think I have these stamps out. Nope, I sure don't. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use these little hearts. And I think I want the little turtle face in this way and his little shell. So let's put those on blocks here real quick. Oh, and then I saved the big block for the little tiny hearts. I guess I could wish another block. And then this one right here. I'm going to start with some Bermuda Bay and stamp my words first here in the top of the, this is just a 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. Oop, almost stamped them upside down. And just try to get my cardstock straight, my words straight. Happy belated birthday. Sorry, I was a little slow. There we go. And then that little turtle, I want to stamp him in Bermuda Bay down here. There we go. And then with a little bit of Pool Party, I'm going to add his shell. Now, if you wanted to, I guess I could even take the time to go ahead and color my turtle, but I'm not going to for the inside. I'm just going to put his little shell on there. And then last, and of course not least, I'm going to use this Blushing Bride and just put a few little hearts right here around my word, so it looks like that. I think that is adorable. And we just take some adhesive and add this. To the inside of our card. And there you go. So now you'll have to tell me if you like the one with the Blushing Bride. I can't get the other one here, it's running away from me. Or if you like the one with the Pool Party and the background. You can see I might even take my blends and go ahead and color him. I think that will help a lot. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. And don't forget to visit my blog, becreativewithkathy.com. Subscribe so you're on my email list, and check out those bundles that I have for sale. Thanks for watching and have a great week. We'll see you back here on Friday. Bye-bye.